The hottest show on television is on the air. NPWA Wrestling. And we've got the hottest announcement of the year, the biggest show of the year coming for NPWA Wrestling in 3 weeks' time. You want to know about it? We'll tell you about it today. The entire card, the rundown of the 1 hour special in 3 weeks. Superstar Showdown 4. Along with gorgeous Gary Johnson, and we will not be joined today by Mad Mike. Commissioner Serrano has laid it out. He said, so Mad Mike shows up, he's suspended. Gorgeous Gary, do you know where Mad Mike is? I hear that you found him this week. Found that he's doing something else with his life.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mad Mike has asked me to join him this week after the show and talk to him, so I think we're going to get some exclusive footage of that and see what happens. I hear you could say that he's into sales.
Well, matter of fact, let's go find out what you're talking about. You have footage of that?
Yes, I do. I do believe I have some footage of that.
Take a look.
Oh, come on, I gotta show you something. Mad Mike's asked me to do a favor. I don't know. He'll tell me to come out here to the car. He's got something to give me. Who knows what it could be? All right, Mad Mike. What is it? You called me out here. You had a deal and a half. What is it? Buy a bear. A bear. You called me out to buy a bear.
Oh, not that case.
You get that? Really cute. Mike, this is what you've been doing since you've been suspended? Sitting in a room, chain smoking, drinking, getting drunk, and selling teddy bears and attaché cases, huh? What a life, Mike. Come on now, what do you expect? Well, hey, now, wait a minute now, Mike. I was only joking with you. I'll buy a bear from you. I'll buy a bear from you. I'll buy a bear. I'll buy 2 bears. I'll give one for Bronson, all right? Come on, Mike. Hey, come on now. This deal. Mike, come on now. This is worse than your job at the post office. Come on, no, take me. What's up?
Did you buy a bear?
I did not buy a bear. No, I did not buy a bear. Mad Mike was pretty upset with me, too. I mean, those are pretty good-looking bears, too. I mean...
and those cases. Pretty nice. I could use them.
But well, to tell you one thing, Mad Mike sent me a letter the other day.
A letter?
Well, not really a letter. He sent me something in the mail, and he asked me to show it on television. And seeing that, you wouldn't have the guts to do it, I think I'd have the guts to do it. But I'm going to have to get a close-up of this one, so... Hold still, Bronson. You're going to see this right here, man.
So where are you going?
I'll show you in a second. You this way. This over here, this way. Sorry.
Oh, boy, we're going to have all the news about the Superstar Showdown. What are you doing?
Be quiet, Bronson. I know what I'm doing, all right?
You're taking up the camera space.
All right. Tell me, cameraman, if you can see this or not. This is from Mad Mike. Okay, and you can see right here. It's a comic. I don't know if you
see it on my monitor. Wait a minute.
You see that right there?
I can't focus. Hold
you
it
got
still.
That, cameraman? Okay. And it says right here. It says, "You can feel out now, Groucho. It's over." You see, there's the ducks or something flying. I don't like them either, but you can see right there. I believe that is the commissioner. See him? Tell us, fans at home watching, does that resemble the commissioner at all? I believe it does, and so does Mad Mike. And I'm sure Bronson over there looking at his monitor can see it too. Does that right there, does that resemble at all the commissioner? I do believe it does, and I do believe that it's from BC by Johnny Hart. So if you're going to write to Johnny Hart, tell him, thanks a lot for putting our commissioner on your comic strip. I thought it was very funny. I'm going to hang this on my refrigerator and probably send copies of it. I mean, if I had this sooner, I would have sent this copy to Serrano for Christmas. But I thought it was extremely funny, and so did Matt Mike.
That was... I don't believe it.
Well, looking at the actual commissioner himself, I guess he does resemble the comic in some way. All right, enough of that. Let's go to Sonny D, who has something to say with the bad boy.
We have...
Hey, look who's working behind the scenes again this week.
You're just a chump. You can't
Mad
announce.
Mike.
You can't do anything. So get the heck out of here. I can do a much better job than you can there, whatever your name is. I am going to do this interview, so get out of here.
Good luck. Lunch break.
All right. You know who I am. My name is Sonny D, the premier manager of the NPWA. I just want to talk a little bit about, I don't know, Sledge thinks he's the king of the dog collar match, but I want to bring out a man who thinks he can beat him. He's scouted out his weaknesses, and I think this man can beat Sledge. I'm bringing him out right now. It is the bad boy.
Sonny D.
How you doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing great there, bad boy. But I just want to ask you, you think you can beat the Sledge? I think you can beat the Sledge.
The slush?
Yeah, I think that's the slush. Yeah, that's great. That's great. But I just want to ask you, bad boy, what you're gonna do with that chain when you get Sledge into the ring?
Well, I was at ringside when he wrestled the Headbanger in the same type of matchup. Yes, I got involved because I didn't like what the Sledge was doing. Well, Sledge challenged me to a match. I accepted. Now, you know the rules of this match.
Yes, it's very clear. You gotta hit all four corners.
That's it. That's the only rule. You can do anything you want with this chain. You can wrap it around your hand like this, punch the guy in the head. You can put it around his neck, just start choking him to death.
Boy, I'd love to see that. I really love to see the slush be choked to death. But I just want to ask you.
Slushies out of him.
Yeah, that's right. That's great. That's great. But I just want to say there, bad boy, that you think you can beat him. I think you can beat him. I think there's a lot of people that think I can probably beat him. You know what? Hey, let me put that dog's collar around his neck. Let me go at it.
I wish I could, but I want to keep this one-on-one. This is something I have to do. I have to prove this slush because he's saying I always need help. I don't need any help, Slush. In fact, after I beat you, I'm going to tie this chain around you and drag you to the dog pound.
Well, thank you very much, bad boy. That is going to be a great match. The bad boy is going to make a slush poppy out of Sledge. All right, let me tell you that. All right, thank you for your time today.
No problem.
You know what? This interview, this might be the beginning of something big. It might be the beginning. I might have my own show soon. This is great. That Mad Mike, he's gone. He's history.
Look at it closely, because it's the last thing you're going to see before I touch all four corners.
This is the bad boy. He's going to beat the slush, whatever his name is. I don't care.
Last week on NPWA Wrestling, you all saw the brutal encounter between Sledge and the Headbanger, a chain match. Well, it's been signed for the Superstar Showdown. The man sitting outside the ring watching this match, scouting it, was the bad boy. And the bad boy has felt that Sledge can't beat him in a chain match. The bad boy really thinks that he could be the master of the chain match, and he didn't like it, what he saw last week. And after the match, it was a 2-on-1 attack. The bad boy delivered what would cripple any normal human being, a splash off the top. And as we were going to close our show last week, the bad boy issued a challenge to Sledge saying he'd beat him any place, anywhere, in a chain match, his specialty match, what he claimed. Today, it's announced, Superstar Showdown, on January the 8th, 10 p.m. Sledge will take on the bad boy in a chain match. Right now, my broadcast colleague, Gorgeous Gary, is standing by with the man who has accepted the challenge, Sledge. Let's take you to this pre-recorded interview from earlier this week.
Let me tell you something, Sledge. You got lucky. You got lucky. You got lucky. You're going to be skilled in luckiness, I'm telling you right now, because you got lucky. Or either that, you paid off the referee, which, because it wasn't time to G, obviously, it could have happened. But you know you got someone else on the horizon, someone else who's lurking after you, someone who wants you just as bad as anything else he ever wanted in life. The bad boy.
Well, you know, when you say he's lurking around me, I think I should be lurking around him, or orbiting or something. But I know I won that match fair and square. He wants to come with a chain match against me. I've got one win. I'll make it two.
Well, you know, Sledge, you know, I never thought that you'd get out of this match even walking. You won this match, which is very surprising to me and probably a million other people who watched the show and saw you pin the headbanger. But the bad boy's a little different. The headbanger, maybe he was your same size. Bad boy's got a slight weight advantage over you, and he maybe have a slight skill advantage over you, too. What do you think about that?
I think you're right. I think he's got not just a slight weight advantage. I think he's got the whole scale. But I've wrestled big guys before. I wrestled Big Bubba. I can handle him.
You wrestled your date the other night, the big guy. Yeah, I heard all about that, too. You know, let me tell you something, Sledge. I've seen your kind before. They come, they go. They're all over the place. They're wannabes. You know, the bad boy, you know, he's not your typical wrestler. But he's hungry for this belt. He's hungry for you, especially.
He's hungry for a Big Mac.
Well, let me tell you something, okay? You can make fun of the man all you want, but you cannot deny his wrestling credentials, man. Tag team champion, half of the tag team champions.
That's right. He was half the tag team champion. He didn't do it by himself. He has someone else. Whereas me, I am a former heavyweight champion. I had to do that myself.
Whereas you just said former, which means used to be, has been.
Just a minor setback.
Just a minor. Let me tell you something, Sledge. I don't know. I kind of liked you at first. Kind of admired your guts. You coming back here after that horrible injury you suffered. You came back. You won the title. But now you think you're just so hot. You think you're... Hey, there you go. Here comes the man right now.
You're talking.
I'm talking, you're talking. We're all talking. That's a good...
I'm talking, and you're walking.
I don't think so.
This is my interview. You don't interfere in my interview.
I'm going to beat you. I'm going to drag you around that ring, touch the four-post, and I'm going to be declared the winner. Because you got lucky in that match against the headbanger. Luck.
The only thing you're going to be touching is a 4-course meal at the end of the match because you're going to be so hungry from defeat.
And that's going to be my victory meal when I put you down.
Well, that's true, you know. I don't know. I'm just saying, you know, I happen to agree with this man right here.
Because you got to think about it. You have to drag me. You have to drag 301 pounds around that ring.
You know what? He might have a point there. He definitely has a point there.
I do have a point. Maybe I'll just go get one of those rollers.
You think you're funny. Comedian, Jim Carrey now.
Well, he does kind of resemble him.
The mask? Or Peck to
Well, I wish he was wearing the mask.
I don't have to take this. You just wait for the ring.
He's just, you know, let me tell you something, bad boy. You are, you know, he got lucky. But, you know, I'll tell you, he right now, he's scared. You can see in his eyes. He's something in his eyes. He's got something in his eyes like your tag team partner there. He's got that thing in his eyes. I don't know what it is. He's like the executioner. He's got something in his eyes, and I can see it right now. Okay? He's going down. Sergeant Sledge, you're going down. You hear that? This man's going to take you all the way to the bank. You can bank on that, my man. And that means I am out of here. You can hold this for me. I'm leaving.
I'm leaving, too, because I got my plan. He's going down.
At the Superstar Showdown, Tom the G is looking for a guest for his G-spot. he's going to look all over the NPWA to find you. Recently, he's been having announcers on the G-spot.
Yo, come on.
Kiss the feet of the real world champion. One announcer that refused to be on the G-spot since a 1993 incident where he had to kiss the feet of Tom the G was Scott Aresco. Well, today, he has a backup plan, but he is Tom the G's guest. And we'll find out what happens. Let's go right now to the G-spot.
All right, folks, we know what's going on. You know what time it is. The G-spot time, of course. Once again, this week I want to talk about something kind of bothers me. You know, I know I did promise everybody that Hot Body Brown was going to be here with the world title, but that'll be next week. Don't worry about that. That's next week. This week, we have a little guy, a shrimp if you want to call him. I don't know, maybe. Let's bring him out right now because we want to cut that chase. Go on, Scott. Take your time, why don't you? Come on out. Stuttering Scott Aresco.
No, not you.
I mean, now, Scott, you know I was dying for this. I couldn't wait to get you on the other end of the mic. You know, I like that. Buddy, pal of mine. Now, I know there's a lot of things going on in Scott Aresco's life today. So, Scott, why don't you just let everybody know, you know, we know you're some... Don't worry about that. I asked the questions here, Scott.
Can't be happening.
What are you doing today, Scott? So what's going on? I mean, what is up with you? I know, you know, I talked to a great man the other day. This guy was... I've never talked to a guy like this. Gorgeous Gary. I mean, this guy, I mean, he is one of the greatest commentators ever that has ever stepped foot in the commentating booth in the NPWA, period.
That's your opinion, Tom G.
Yeah, well, I think so. I mean, next to me, I can't think of anybody better. Definitely not you.
Have you? You haven't changed.
No, I don't change. I mean, why should I?
Well, let's talk about my partner.
I know you want to talk about the S-Force. Lay it on me.
Okay.
What's the big news?
Well,
What do you have to say? What's going on?
well, first I want to talk about the Samurai.
You know better.
Things don't change, do they?
Go ahead. Talk.
Okay.
Talk. You got some time.
Well, your buddy, Hot Body. Your buddy, I'm going to talk about Hot Body Brown.
My best friend.
Your best friend. Why does he keep ducking Samurai for a title shot?
Wait a minute. Ducking. You know, I don't like that word. That's an angry word with me. Ducking is such an evil word. You know, I mean, are you a duck? Are you going to quack? Are you going to lay some golden eggs? Come on.
Hey, well, listen. All I'm saying is, the man is the #1 contender for a championship. You seen the man wrestle? Am I wrong?
Well, he's fairly good.
Barely.
He can barely pass.
Martial arts like that?
Well, I could. Matter of fact, I know the headbanger is a great martial artist.
Since
Jiu-jitsu, man.
when did this happen?
Well, you missed out, didn't you? You keep up. I thought you were a broadcast journalist. Come on, Scott.
These days.
Well, I know where he is. But anyway, what's going on with you, pal? You know, I don't want to put any pressure on you or nothing, you know. But, hey, speaking of the headbanger.
How you doing, Scott?
This is nightmare.
The nightmare, was it like a dream or something?
It's coming back to life again.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, you know what's going to happen. You know what's next, right, Scott? Next is, this is what I want to do. I want to recreate something. That's what I want to do. I want to relive an old classic moment, don't you? Hey, remember all the fun we had with Scott Aresco headbanger?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see? So I say we make him kiss my foot. He kissed this foot last time, so I say he kisses this foot this time, and then we'll make it a pair. So why don't you get down there right now, and we're going to make Scott Aresco, for the fans at home, kiss my left foot. Not even my right foot. Hey, we don't want to put any pressure on you, Scott.
No way.
Come on, pal. Right now, there. We're going to put the mic down there. Come on. Hey, I don't want to hit you or nothing. Just do it, pal.
No. Definitely not. Oh, no.
Come on.
No. One knee. Nope.
One knee. Hey. Did I hear somebody say something? Hey, aren't you in the way, pal? Hey, pal. Hey,
No, I'm not.
aren't you in the way, pal?
No, I'm not.
I think you are in the way. Who the heck who is this guy? What are you doing out here, buddy? You
You know
know,
the rules, Tom the G.
yeah,
Lay your hands on anything.
I know the rules are you don't talk to somebody if you have stinky breath. First of all, that's the first major rule. Okay, that's first of all. That's number
I think
one.
you're smelling your armpits.
My armpits, I clearly can tell. Is it this guy's breath or what? It's this guy's breath.
It stinks.
Exactly. So that's why, you know what? I would love to talk to you right now, but you just ruined a classic moment. in the G-Spot history, okay? So, you know what I want to do? I don't have time to deal with you right now because I already have something I wanted to do, okay? So I guess we're just going to have to beat the crap out of him right now. Is my director saying that's what we do right now? No, we don't have time for that? Well, then we're going to do it next week, I guarantee. I would love to talk to you. Would you love to be a guest on my show?
I love it, and I come full dressed.
You would really come fully dressed to be on my show? Wow, I should hope so. You know, it is a family program. You know, maybe brush your teeth while you're at it.
You're depending on.
Depends. Are you wearing those, pal? I should hope so. Hey, you know what? I would love to talk to you some more. I really would. But next week, we're going to have to continue this next week. And you know what? If you have the guts, if you have the stinky breath to be here, man, then I will be here. And I guarantee you'll have the greatest time of your life, pal.
I have the guts to be here. You can guarantee it.
All right, I can smell that. Smell you later. All right, well, Headbanger, I hope you'll join me next week because we're going to have such a great show. So until next week, fans at home, later.
Well, I know y'all can't wait for that. But that won't take place next week. It'll be in 3 weeks due to the Christmas and New Year's layoff. However, it will not take place on NPWA Wrestling. It has been signed for the Superstar Showdown on the 8th of January at 10 o'clock. Another match signed for the Superstar Showdown. Will pit a Battle of the Monsters. Hollywood, the man who last week almost won the NPWA Championship from Hot Body Brown. But when he was ready to rack up the victory, a man interfered. Hot Body Brown always has somebody to watch him. Look who it was, coming down, sneaking to the ring. It was Tet. Tet had to be restrained by officials here, and Hollywood was left hurt after the match. Well, it'll take place at the Superstar Showdown on January 8th at 10 p.m. Tet taking on Hollywood. In a moment, we're going to announce the feature match of the Superstar Showdown. Last week, we reviewed the categories. We want you to vote. Your vote counts, and you've got until early next year to do it. But we want to hear from you now, like the so many people that have already wrote in their ballots. Wrestler of the Year, Tag Team of the Year, the most popular wrestler, the most hated wrestler, the worst wrestler. This is the 3rd year, and we want to hear from you. The NPWA Awards, the big... Hot Body Brown has had his troubles with Commissioner Serrano ever since the commissioner began being a commissioner earlier this past year. But now, his biggest trouble lies ahead of him. He has signed on the match for the Superstar Showdown, and he has banned Hot Body Brown's bodyguard, Big Bubby Hughes. In the Superstar Showdown, NPWA Championship on the line. Hot Body Brown takes on the Samurai. Let's go to Scott Aresco with the Samurai.
Hot Body will again defend the title against this man, the Samurai. Now, there's a couple things I do want to clear up to you fans as Samurai. Last time I talked to the Ultimate Champ, I don't know what name he goes by now. It's always something new every week. But Samurai, you've heard it. You've seen the tapes of him. Lies, right? Nothing but lies, he said. Saying that he tried to call you all the time? What?
If I remember correctly, the truth was I was trying to make contact with him the whole time. You know, and Holmes just disappeared or whatever. He was just gone. You know?
I don't know what.
And he's wrong. Yeah, that makes me look bad. And I'm not bad.
I mean, every time he doesn't even want to go by the name, the Ultimate Champ anymore. First it's the Ninja Warrior, now it's the Lightning Warrior. This Lightning Warrior character, I don't know. Devil's possessed him or something. I don't know.
I think I know who did possess him. And, you know, it's that rat. It's always so quick to jump on something that's injured, you know? And it's Hot Body again.
Except the Devil's possessed him.
Hot Body again. He just always doing things. He always made...
Wait a minute. Look out.
I'm out here to front you. I wish you would stop telling these lies that you try to call me because I was the one that was always trying to call you.
He's got guts to say it's your face.
Answer machine. And you, Scott, for another thing, do not call me the Ultimate Champ. I told you it was the Lightning Warrior.
Well, listen, Ultimate Champ. I did try to make contact with you. And I was calling you all the time. I was always on the phone saying, oh, what's up? Where's he at? Where's he at? And you've been purposely ducking me. Now, I don't know what type of connections you had been making in the meantime, but what I was doing was trying to contact you. All right? That's what was up.
I think during that match, you were jealous of me because I had the title shot. You knew it was the retirement match, and if I lost the match, I would be out of the NPWA for good. You did not want me in the NPWA because I was always the one at the top of the ladder.
No. If I didn't want you in the NPWA, I would have beat you out long before, you know? I wouldn't have waited to throw salt in your eyes like a wuss. I would have taken you out much earlier. That was an accident.
Man doesn't duck no one. He doesn't duck no one.
I duck no. Listen to the man. I duck no.
Whoa, what are you doing?
I'm going to be calling you next week. You guys can't. Do you guys got? Wait, you guys have to work together all. Wait. I was talking to this man here.
What do you want done here?
I'll throw some salt in your eyes too. You had nothing to do. Anyway, like I was saying, I was trying to make contact with you the whole 10 yards.
Look, man, they're trying to
hold on to that belt while you can.
Hey! Word from the commissioner's office. Word from the commissioner's office. Matches next week. There's any fighting this week, the commissioner will fine you. Commissioner wants this up immediately. And Samurai. There's to be no interrupting of interviews, otherwise the commissioner will fine all wrestlers.
What do you mean, fine? You're talking about fighting wrestlers next week? Come on out here, Lightning Warrior. You're talking about fighting people. Next week, you want to take what? The Samurai is going to get this from me? Is that what you think? Do you really think so?
My opinion is you're going to keep it,
That's right.
whether you have help or not. He may need all the help he can get.
And the commissioner That's right. And the commissioner made a threat that if we put our hands on anybody, that he's going to fine us?
That he did.
The Samurai? What about you?
He didn't specify.
I hate that guy. Who gave him this job?
You got me. Samurai, see how this guy's down? See how he's out? That's going to be you. Out next week. Once and for all.
I've been waiting a long time.
Our Showdown Wrestling fans, we're almost out of time. All I have to say is next week we will be preempted. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. The week after, New Year's. We'll be off for 2 weeks. When we return on the 8th of January, we will be here, same time, same station, NPWA Wrestling, 7:30 p.m. NPWA Wrestling, public access. And
Channel 3.
10 o'clock that same night, and you'll hear about it next year on the 8th. We will have the Superstar Showdown. And that'll be something else indeed. 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, a 1 hour special to make up for the 2 weeks that we've lost. You'll have the NPWA title on the line, Hot Body Brown defending against the Samurai, a chain match between Sledge and the Bad Boy, and Hollywood steps in to battle it out with Death. So, for all of us here at the NPWA, except for the man who doesn't have a job right now, Mad Mike, happy holidays to you.
And hope you sell our teddy bears.
So long for now.